Affirmations alone don't change your life. Your dominant frequency does. The universe, it doesn't respond completely to your words. It responds to your signal. Most people are trying to manifest with mixed signals. In this video, I'm going to show you why most people have problems manifesting, and this one alignment shift can change everything. If you understand how your heart, your brain, and your gut work together, you completely change the signal that you're sending out into the universe and create your reality. I'm Mark, aka Create Lifestyle, and I'm helping people break out of this matrix so that they can experience abundance, peace of mind, residual income, freedom, and leave a powerful legacy. So if I'm making sense to you and I'm resonating, like, share, subscribe, all those things. So yes, let me just tell you something that it's difficult for people to realize. You can say affirmations all day long, but your dominant frequency, if it's fear, doubt, or frustration, nothing's going to change. And I've learned this the hard way. For years, I thought the answer was working harder. I worked jobs with very long hours. I would be at work at 5:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, and then I would work all the way through to 10, 11 o'clock at night, come back the next day and do it all over again. So hard work for me was not the answer. We had a joke. If you work 12 hours or more, we used to have a joke and we used to say, what are you complaining about? You only worked a half a day. So anyway, for years I thought that was the answer. Staying positive, saying affirmations, but inside the frequency was different. Inside it sounded, man, this is hard. I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if I'm too late. And I realized something, that the universe, it don't respond to your words, it responds to your signal, your dominant vibration. Most people think that manifestation is about repeating phrases, but the real shift happens when your heart, your mind, and your actions all agree. Scientists call this coherence. And when your thoughts say one thing and your emotions say the same thing, and then your actions back it up, now you're sending a clear signal, and then reality begins to mirror it back to you. This is interesting. Most people are stuck in this thing that I call the matrix. It's not a movie, it's a frequency loop. So the universe is basically, or your subconscious mind is basically reflecting back to you let me rephrase that. The universe is basically a mirror, and it's reflecting back to you what your subconscious mind is projecting. So yes, that's what we are talking about. Your dominant frequency is what runs your life. Most people believe that these affirmations alone are going to change your life, but the real driver is your dominant frequency, the emotional, mental state that you're in most of the time. And your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, if they're misaligned, positive affirmations, while they're good on the surface, but if you have this doubt, fear, negative self-talk underneath, you're going to be sending mixed signals to the universe. And then what happens is, and I've experienced this, is you get reflected back to you all kind of junk. It's just not clear. Some things are up, some things are down. You just get a bunch of junk reflected back to you. But when you have coherence, that's when your heart, your mind, and your gut are aligned, then the universe can reflect back to you what it is that you're looking for. You have 3 brains. You have a brain in your head, of course, which is your brain. Your heart is actually a brain as well. You know how you can feel things and you just know things? That's your heart, and that's the brain in your heart. And then you have your gut. Your gut has feelings and a brain in it as well. You ever have a gut instinct? You can't explain why you know something, but you just know it. So these are all the brains that are within your body that are working together. And again, when they're all aligned, that's coherence. So when you align your internal state and you upgrade your self-talk and you take action, aligned action, your opportunities begin to appear. And they were always there, but they were just invisible to you before. So if I'm making sense to you, like, share, subscribe. And a big part of breaking out of this matrix is being able to create some finances that are independent of your time. And some call this residual income. Actually, that's what it is. Passive income, residual income. And there's ways to create this. We have an app that's connected to an entire community that is beginner friendly, that helps people get online and begin to create some income. So if this sounds like something you want to learn about, go to myconsciousturnkey.com. Again, that's myconsciousturnkey.com. So back to the conversation at hand, your three brains, they control your reality. And when you send mixed signals out, the universe creates chaos for you. Instead, externally, you're saying I'm abundant, I'm successful, but internally, you're saying that I'm broke, I'm behind, this will never work. That creates energetic interference, and the universe, as I mentioned, it reflects back confusion to you. So the quantum field mirrors your signal, and modern science is increasingly describing reality as a quantum field. And as I mentioned, think of it like a mirror. Whatever dominant frequency you broadcast, eventually it reflects back to you as experiences. Not instantly, but it does come back to you. You heard the expression, what you put out comes back to you. Some people call that karma, and it's a lot of truth to all of that. So it's a frequency. You want to create or break the loop that you're in. If you're in a frequency of working, paying bills, stress, repeat, it's going to require you to upgrade your internal signals and then create some leverage outside of this system. So again, if I'm making sense to you, like, share, subscribe, all those things, and go to myconsciousturnkey.com. And as always, peace, one love, and control your destiny.